my brain hadn't really gone there yet. I had never really seen people making art that spoke to the queer experience, and I think it was kind of a mind-opening experience for me.
Yeah.
And so I think, butting up against a little bit the very buttoned up nature of the children's book world, I think I was like, maybe I can just do this for myself, and it doesn't, and I think that was really inspiring. And so I kind of just started doing like vaguely erotic drawings, and it was on like a completely anonymous Instagram account that had like nothing connected to it, no name, no face, anything.
What was this account? Is it still around?
It was, no, it's not. It turned into my current account.
Oh, okay.
So eventually, I don't remember what it was called in the beginning, but and then I started doing that for a while, and then COVID happened. And gay men are always just very willing to be naked. So I would get like requests of people would be like,
I think all men are willing to be naked.
Yeah.
It's just nobody, only other men want to see it.
Right. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. There's a willing audience, but so people would like reach out and be like, oh, I'd love to model for you. And I'm like, oh, well, it's COVID. We can't really do anything. And, one guy was like, well, I'll pose over Zoom if you want. And I was like, okay.
Interesting.
So we did it. And I thought it would feel more different from drawing from life, because I hate drawing from photographs. So I thought, I was a little hesitant, but I think because the person's still moving and there's still, that it still feels like you're drawing a living person. It was really great. So I started doing that during COVID. I ended up doing probably like 40 or 50 sessions with people like all over the world. So I'd have to schedule it where I like wake up at 6 a.m. to like make sure it was at the same time as someone in India or, and so that was really cool. And
Wait, so these were international gay men?
Yeah.
How did you end up with only gay men? Like, were you on Grindr, or is like were there message
it was
boards?
just all through Instagram.
All through Instagram.
Yeah, and I think
it was just more comfortable for you to broach. I guess as a queer person, approaching a straight guy might be weird.
Yeah, and I mean, I honestly never really approached anyone. It would usually be like whoever reached out in my DMs. I would,
They wanted to post?
Yeah.
Oh, so you sent out you were like, hey.
No, I never even sent anything out. I would just kind of be posting drawings, and then people would be like, hey, you should draw
me. How many of these
like,
people try to hook up with you?
I mean, we're thousands of miles away, so zero, but...
Yeah, but I've noticed that there's a strong economy of people outside of LA looking for people in LA to date so they can come.
Okay. Well, this was until I was back in New York still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
But no, it was fun, and I got to meet a lot of cool people and, have nice conversations, and I really got into the process of doing the drawing, and so I started doing that, and I was doing my children's book work at the same time. But again, it was one of those things where it was like, as I was doing this, I was like, this is kind of more exciting for me right now to be doing this other stuff. And so kind of I kept pursuing it, showed it a couple places, and then I started taking it a little bit more seriously and started thinking more about incorporating other things into the artwork instead of having them just be the figure drawings. And one thing led to another, and then here we are like 6 years later.
Now you have a dual career.
Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting
and Jerry Saltz
process.
Likes your work.
Yeah, in theory.
In theory, yeah. Maybe once he gets to know you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to like imagine that. Like, one thing I was thinking, it's hard to imagine that anybody like wants to pursue art without having an experience like the one you did. What was the show that you said that like really kind of clicked for you?
Oh, Louis Fertino's show.
Louis Fertino, yeah. Because I just remember as a kid, like kind of my parents were, they took me to a Christo show at, I think the, whatever's in Washington, D.C., the National Gallery. And I was like blown away. I was like super excited. I was running around, and Calder had the same effect on me, But I wonder, you just helped me realize that, like, is that a universal experience for all artists where they see something and they're like, and then all of a sudden it clicks in your head and you're like, oh shit, this is awesome, and I can see myself pursuing this.
I think my first one was Disney movies.
Yeah.
Like the original animated. Like, I think that was something that set me off early, and then I think seeing these shows
especially
made the switch, for painting too. But
Yeah, and I think that like because I grew up around a lot of art. I grew up around in Italy where it was like just everywhere, right?
There's some good art.
Yeah, just like some of the stuff that people haven't gotten over yet.
Right.
People are like, oh, I hate modern art, but this stuff is the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't until like I think the experience of that white cube or a gallery setting like that starkness. It's amazing how like just thinking about how like strong that is of an experience, because when you were saying that, it immediately took me back to mine. Like I it's just an interesting thing. Now I struggle to get out to see art, but
yeah, I think it's funny with the I think there's one of the things the two teachers that I met at Parsons also I think really instilled in me was seeing artists as people. And I think that that's something you don't necessarily get from like a white cube gallery or museum. Is it's like, oh, here's this perfect finished thing on the wall. And I think once I started seeing artists, even like Leonardo da Vinci, they would be looking at his sketchbooks with us and be like, oh, you can see messed up a little there, things like that. It's like, I think that really got me excited about being an artist, where it's like, oh, it's not about being perfect, it's about trying to figure something out. And I think that was really a pivotal moment.
With my learning disabilities, like I'm dyslexic, and like the fact that he would write things backwards was like one of the like, no, you're okay, you're gonna be okay. This guy was a genius, you're not, So it's funny, like when you start going back and thinking about and trying to like figure out like why is this so goddamn important? Like why do I give a shit? But that's really cool, man. I like it's exciting to see somebody that like. Not. It seems like your illustration work and that kind of stuff kind of helped you with the business side of things, and maybe helped you approach it in a way that if you had just gone to art school straight up and never had this other career, you wouldn't have been so like, oh, okay, this is how you do it. Yeah. Like, because I mean, that's a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely...
And you weren't using any of your clout from your other thing. You were like hiding it.
I mean, there's a few times... Yeah, I mean, illustration can be kind of a dirty word in the art world. Too, yeah, and so, I think it definitely helped, because I think I love a deadline. I'm really like... I love getting things done by a deadline, and
I think that's one of the problems a lot of artists have. They don't have deadlines,
right? And like I'm used to negotiating contracts and things, and and just kind of thinking about the business side of things. And so I think that has helped me a little bit. Yeah. I think also just having a career that I like, that
you weren't trying to run away from.
Yeah, like maybe a little bit run away from it, but like I think it's different than being like, oh, I just want to get rid of this day job. And so I think that was helpful.
Yeah, that's amazing. Definitely.